All right, welcome everybody to Game 17 of our Koufax 66 Koufax experiment. He went 27-9, 1.74 ERA, and had over 300 innings pitched and 300 strikeouts. So we're trying to see how close we can come to replicating that season using the actual lineups, using Baseball Reference, and we are playing the Astros in Houston. And I had a question whether they were the Astros or the Colts. And by 66, they are the Astros. I looked it up. So we're going to get started. It's going to be Wills, Parker, and Davis for the Dodgers leading it off. On the mound for the Astros is Bruce. Let's take a quick peek and see. It's Bob Bruce. He's a D pitcher with a Z control. So we're going to get started, and here's the first pitch of the game. It's going to be to Maury Wills, stepping in the box. Wills, a speedster, plays shortstop. And here goes. And it's a 55, and that's going to be lined base hit to left field for Wills. So he's on at first, and he's got good speed. So he'll be taking the extra base if it comes to that. And that's a ball 2 on Parker. 15, and that's going to be lined base hit, and to third goes Wills. So that's first and third now. So first two batters reach on hits, and it's going to be a ground ball, hard hit to runners on first and third. We got to flip through all the pages here. I hear that APBA is trying to set up one chart, so you don't have to flip so much. 25 with the infield back. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and a run scores, but there's no RBI. 6-4-3, 2 out now for Davis. Loses the RBI opportunity. And that's going to be lined, and that's going to be a base hit for Davis. So that's 3 hits in the inning. 1-0 Dodgers lead it. Sweet Lou Johnson, 24, and that's a strikeout. Out number 3. So we go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's 1-0 Dodgers, and the Astros are due to bat. It's going to be Morgan. Joe Morgan, 23. He started off, that's a strikeout. Started off with the Astros, moved on, and became a Hall of Fame second baseman for the Reds. And a huge part of that big red machine. 24, fly ball left field. Tommy Davis, 2 away, and that's going to be lined over the center fielder's head for a double for a win, going into second standing. So the toy cannon gets a hold of one, and runner on second, and Dave Nicholson now, 35, and that's a walk. So after 2 outs, a double and a walk puts runners on first and second with Aspromonte. And that's going to be 29, first and second. 29 is a comebacker. And Koufax feels his position for out number 3. All right, it's going to be Jim Lefevre, I'm sorry. I always call him Joe. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Jackson over to first. 1 down. Roseboro, the catcher, 56, is popped up to shortstop for out number 2. And it's Oliver, 61, ground ball, shortstop again. And that's Jackson. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second inning for Bruce, Bob Bruce, right-handed. Chuck Harrison leading off the bottom of the second. That's a 32. That's a chopper. Second baseman Oliver throws him out. One away. Bateman, the catcher, 41. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. And it's Rusty Staub. And Rusty Staub hits ground ball to second base. 3 up, 3 down. Go to top of the third. What I have noticed is the Dodgers don't score very many runs. Koufax, 3-2, and that's going to be a ground ball that the second baseman Morgan gets to over to first. Gets Koufax by a step, 1 away. Wills is 1 for 1. He flies out to center field. The toy cannon backs up a couple of steps and makes the catch. Wes Parker with 2 outs, 52, and that's grounded to the third baseman Aspromonte over to first. And that's 3 up, 3 down. In the top of the third, we go to the bottom of the third. Leading it off is Bob Bruce, 26. That's fly ball, left field, 1 out. Morgan, that's a base on balls for Morgan, 26. Wow, pretty good. Sonny Jackson, 25, and that's line. That's a base hit to right field. Hustling over to third is Morgan. Jackson on at first with a single. Now it's the toy cannon with runners on first and third. And Koufax takes the sign from Roseboro. And here's the pitch. And there goes Jackson. And the throw down, he's safe. Stolen base for Jackson, second and third now. Toy cannon is up. And that's going to be a 45. That's ball 4. So with 1 out here, Koufax finds himself in a jam. Bases are loaded, bottom of the third, 1-0 Dodgers. And it's going to be Dave Nicholson. It's going to be a 31, a 14 with the bases loaded. That may be ball 4 on that. Because, yep, ball 4, RBI, forces in a run. So that's 3 walks in this inning by Koufax. Now it's Aspromonte with the bases loaded. Infield is still playing back. They're willing to give up an extra run to get the out, and that's a 66, and that's going to be driven into the gap. Who knows what that's going to turn into? And that's going to turn into a 1-run scores, 2-run scores around second, 3-run score. Going to third is Aspromonte with a stand-up 3-run triple. So a triple clears the bases here, and the Dodgers find themselves down 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Runner on third, infield still in. It's Harrison now. Infield's in, and with a runner on third, that's going to be a single over second, even. RBI single, and that's the 5th run, and that's going to be it for Koufax. Koufax is out of the game. And Koufax, we're going to have to bring in, at this point, Jim Brewer, not a very good pitcher, but we're going to have to bring him in. It's early on in the game. Actually, we're going to see if we can score a couple of runs. We're going to bring in, who's batting? Bateman is going to be batting. Harrison singled. Bateman is up. Bateman is a righty. We're going to bring in Bob Miller. See if we can score a couple of runs. Miller is a B. He'll be an A for this next batter. So runner on first, Bateman, 44. That's going to be a 7. Even though Miller is an A, that may still be a hit. So a 44 against an A pitcher, that's oh no. That's going to be an out. Ground ball to the third baseman for out number 2. But going to second is Harrison. And it's going to be Staub. They're going to intentionally walk Staub to pitch to Bruce. Oh my goodness gracious. First and second. First and second, 7 is a single to left. One scores. Bateman made out, so it's Harrison. Harrison is going to score. Over to third goes Staub. It's an RBI single for the pitcher. That's the 6th run of this inning. And now it's going to be Morgan. And that's popped up. Runners on first and third. Pick up 6 big runs, and they lead it by a score of 6-1. Koufax has been knocked out of the ball game here in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Bruce, a deep pitcher. 33, and that's going to be extra bases perhaps. 44, and that's clear as the fence. That ball's out of here. Home run for Davis, who gets a run back very quickly. 6-2 now. Tommy Davis. And he grounds out back to the pitcher. Bruce over to first, 1 away. Sweet Lou Johnson grounds to the shortstop, Jackson. Over to Harrison, 2 away. And Jim Lefevre, 65, pops it up. That's in foul territory to the catcher for out number 3. But the Dodgers pick up 1 run here in the top of the 4th. It's a 6-2 ball game. Sonny Jackson leading it off. Miller still in the game. That's popped up behind the plate. 1 away. Jimmy Wynn, 26, fly ball to left. Out number 2, and it's Nicholson. 13, that's a ball 4. Walks on 4 pitches, and Aspromonte. And that's going to be a force out right to the shortstop. Flips to second base for out number 3. Go to the top of the 5th now. It's Roseboro leading it off. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And that lined base hit to right. So Roseboro's on with a single. Oliver pops it up. Fouls it out to the catcher for out number 1. Going to get the pitcher spot. We're going to bring up a pinch hitter now. Covington, we have him up somewhere here. Let's see, Covington. Wes Covington. 13 on Wes Covington's card. It's a 42. That's a hit by pitch. So runners on first and second. Covington is hit by a pitch. Put that in there. Covington for not Koufax, but Miller in the top of the 5th, trying to get back into this ball game. We got a new pitcher in there for the Dodgers. I'm going to see Regan is going to come in for maybe an inning or 2. See what happens. So runners on first and second, only 1 out, and it's Maury Wills, who is 1 for 2. And that's going to be first and second. Roseborough's and Covington. I don't know Wes Covington. Wes Covington is an outfielder. I'm going to make him regular, average speed. Don't know exactly what he is. I would have to look that up. But right now, that's going to be first and second. It's a deep pitcher. That ball is a single over second. One runner scores, other to third. So an RBI single. Scoring Roseboro. It's going to be Wes Parker and Bruce sets and deals, and there goes Wills, and here's the throw down, and that's a stolen base. It's 0-1 the count on Parker. Second and third now. Infield's back. Oh my goodness, and that's going to be lined into the gap. And that ball carries all the way over the fence. That ball's out of here. A 3-run home run by Parker. And the game is tied. The Dodgers score 4 runs in the top of the 5th inning and tie the ball game. So that won't mean a loss for Koufax. Koufax went 2 1/3. Got knocked out early, gets a no decision, but he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Oh, no. 4 hits, excuse me. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. All earned. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4. Walked 4. Struck out only 1. Struck out 1. And got a no decision. And we're going to write that in now. So Koufax gets a no decision, goes 2 1/3, gives up 4 hits, 6 runs on 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. And that's it for this game. That's all really we wanted to do. So a big 3-run home run by Wes Parker, with runners on first and second, second and third, and that ties the ball game at 6 here in the top of the 5th. And for our Koufax experiment, since he's been pulled, that's all we need. So adios, hasta la vista. We'll go to game 18.